The spaceship crash was a spectacle that lit up the night sky like a falling star, blazing with fiery trails as it descended into the dense wilderness outside the city. By the time authorities arrived, a thick haze of smoke and a strange, metallic hum lingered over the crash site. Among the mangled remains of alien metal and unfamiliar technology stood a towering figure, the ancient alien warrior. This creature, half machine, half organic, was a marvel of design. Its armor was etched with symbols that seemed to pulse with light, resonating with an energy that felt both ancient and otherworldly. Its glowing eyes scanned the humans around it, who hesitated with weapons aimed. Fear dominated the scene. No one dared to approach. The warrior didn't attack. It simply stood, a silent sentinel amid the wreckage, its enormous frame exuding a combination of strength and stillness. It was clear this was no ordinary being. Stories of alien invasions and hostile encounters had primed humanity for confrontation. But this was different. Among the crowd of onlookers was a young scientist named Kara Mills. Kara had always believed that first contact with alien life would offer an opportunity to learn, not to fight. Her heart raced as she observed the warrior from behind the barricades, but it wasn't fear driving her. It was curiosity. She saw something in the creature's posture, a weariness, perhaps even a sadness, that none of the others seemed to notice. "It's not attacking," Kara said aloud, though her voice was drowned out by the chatter of soldiers and officials. She pushed forward, her lab coat flapping in the wind, until a guard stopped her. "Miss, stay back. It's too dangerous," the guard barked. Kara shook her head. "Look at it. It's not a threat. It hasn't moved since it landed. What if it's trying to communicate?" The guard hesitated but held firm. Kara's determination, however, was unstoppable. She retreated momentarily, only to return later that night, slipping past the barricades when the site was less guarded. As Kara approached the warrior, she felt a deep vibration in the air, like the hum of a distant star. The creature turned its glowing eyes toward her, and for a moment, she froze. But then she noticed something unexpected. Its gaze softened. Slowly, cautiously, she raised her hands to show she meant no harm. "Can you understand me?" Kara asked, her voice trembling. "I want to help." The alien warrior tilted its head, its movements deliberate and calculated. A low, melodic sound emerged from it, not words, but a sequence of tones that seemed to resonate with the symbols on its armor. Kara's smartwatch flickered to life, displaying unintelligible patterns of light and sound. It was trying to communicate. Over the next few days, Kara worked tirelessly to bridge the gap between their languages. Using the patterns on its armor and the tonal sequences it emitted, she began to decode its messages. Slowly, a story emerged. The warrior was the last of its kind, a guardian sent from a dying world to protect ancient knowledge stored within its core. It had no intention of harming Earth. It sought refuge and understanding. Kara's breakthrough didn't come without resistance. Military officials, skeptical of the warrior's intentions, pushed for containment and even destruction. Kara fought back, presenting her findings and pleading for time. "If we destroy it," she argued, "we lose the chance to learn from an advanced civilization. This could be the key to technologies we can't even dream of." Despite her efforts, the military's patience wore thin. They set a deadline. If the alien could not prove itself harmless, it would be neutralized. Desperate, Kara made a bold decision. She returned to the warrior and explained the situation, hoping it could understand. The warrior responded with a gesture. It knelt before Kara, placing a massive, clawed hand over its chest. A panel on its armor opened, revealing a crystalline core pulsating with golden light. Kara gasped as holographic images filled the air around them, displaying scenes of its homeworld, a planet once vibrant and thriving, now reduced to desolation by war and greed. The images shifted to show Earth, its lush landscapes and diverse species, followed by a sequence of mathematical equations and energy signatures. The message was clear. The warrior's mission was to ensure Earth didn't suffer the same fate. Kara documented everything, presenting the holographic projections to the authorities. Her evidence was compelling, but fear still lingered among the decision-makers. It wasn't until a dramatic turn of events that perceptions began to change. One night, a rogue faction of mercenaries, driven by greed and the promise of alien technology, attacked the crash site. They sought to dismantle the warrior and sell its parts to the highest bidder. The warrior, sensing the danger, rose to defend itself. Kara watched in awe and terror as the creature unleashed a protective shield that deflected the mercenaries' weapons. But it didn't retaliate with lethal force. Instead, it used its energy to disable their equipment and subdue them without causing fatal harm. The display of restraint was a turning point. Witnessing the warrior's commitment to preservation over destruction, even in the face of aggression, began to shift public opinion. Kara's voice grew louder, amplified by those who now believed in the warrior's intentions. As trust grew, collaboration blossomed. Scientists and engineers worked alongside the warrior, unlocking new technologies and learning from its advanced knowledge. It shared insights into sustainable energy, ecological preservation, and conflict resolution. The crystalline core became a beacon of hope, a symbol of what humanity could achieve when fear was replaced with understanding. But the warrior's journey was not without sacrifice. Its energy reserves, already depleted from the crash, dwindled further as it shared its knowledge and protected its new allies. Kara noticed its movements growing slower, its light dimming. She confronted it, tears in her eyes. "You're dying," she said softly. "Why are you giving so much?" The warrior emitted a series of tones that Kara had come to recognize as gratitude. It placed a hand on her shoulder, its touch surprisingly gentle for such a formidable being. Through its gestures and sounds, it conveyed a final message. Its purpose was fulfilled, and its legacy would live on through those it had inspired. In its last act, the warrior transferred the remaining energy from its core into a device it had crafted with the humans. The device, a crystalline generator, held the power to sustain Earth's ecosystems and advance its technology for generations. As the warrior's light faded, the jungle around the crash site flourished, its plants growing taller and more vibrant, as if to honor the life that had been given. Kara stood among the thriving greenery, clutching the crystalline generator. She felt a profound mix of sorrow and hope, knowing the warrior's sacrifice had changed the course of history. Humanity had been given a second chance, not just to survive, but to thrive in harmony with their planet and each other. The story of the ancient alien warrior became a legend, a reminder of the power of empathy and the courage it takes to bridge worlds. And at the heart of the jungle, where the warrior had made its last stand, a monument was built, a towering statue with glowing eyes, standing as a sentinel of hope for all who dared to approach.